everyone, welcome to Unacademy. This is Riya Agarwal, and from today we are starting miscellaneous problems on team formations. Also, you can download the Unacademy learning app, which is India's largest free learning app from App Store or Play Store, and follow me there to find my other courses as well. Apart from that, you can rate, review and share the video with your friends. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel known as Unacademy CAT Preparation. So let us begin our course on logical reasoning based on team formations, and today we are going to see some problem sets which we may have already seen similar problems in the previous lessons if you have already gone through it. So please pause the videos on the questions and try to solve it on your own before you proceed to see the solution, so that you can get to know how far have you come, how much have you learned, and you can test your own skills. Now let us begin. Here is a little about me section. I am an electronics and communication engineer and I have scored 98.29 percentile in DI and LR section of CAT 2017. The key skills involved to solve this kind of questions are: number 1, the ability to visualize the structure of the teams to be formed. Okay, so as soon as we read the question, we should be able to figure out how many teams have to be formed, and also that how many number of people or objects should be placed in each team. Number 2, the ability to use the clues in proper order of uses, which means the clues are given in a mixed form. We have both direct and indirect clues, and we should know how we can use them. The direct clues can be put into the table immediately, and the indirect clues may be skipped, for instance, or you can create a symbolic representation of those indirect clues and keep them aside so that they can be later filled in the table to get the complete solution. And when is that later? When is that appropriate time? That appropriate time is when we are done with all the clues and still don't have the complete table. At that time, we need to analyze these indirect clues and so use it to solve the complete table and hence answer the questions that follows. So let us proceed with the question and see how. Question number 1. 7 friends A, B, C, D, L, M and Z are going to a New Year's party on bikes in Goa. Since it is late at night, they do not anticipate any police presence and hence have taken only 3 bikes, which means there are 7 friends and 3 bikes, so they have to travel 3. They have to travel 3 in any one bike, because there is also a condition that at least 2 of them should be on each bike. So there will be one bike where there is a triple riding. Now there is exactly one male on each bike, which means there are 3 males in all and the remaining 4 are females. Amongst the group, there are 2 executives, 2 designers and 3 psychologists. Okay, so there are so many parameters which we have to arrange and also put them in groups where they have to travel on 3 vehicles. So here I have made this tabular structure where I have kept 3 spots each, because I don't know which of the bike will be having a triple riding. So in all these 3, there will be one bike with a triple riding and the other 2 will have just 2 spots. So now we are going to read the clues and arrange them. Also, what are the other parameters? We have to find out who are the males and females and their professions as well. So now let us proceed. C is a lady designer and she does not travel with a pair of sisters A and M. Okay, so from here I get lot of information. I get to know that C is a lady and a designer, and that she doesn't travel with a pair of sisters A and M, which means A and M travels together and they are both females. So these are all the informations I get, but still I can't use them in the table now, because I have arranged the table with respect to the vehicles, and in this line there is no clue about the vehicles, so I can't arrange them. I'll just skip it for now and move on to the next clue. B, a male executive travels with only Z. With only Z means they are not traveling in a bike which has triple riding. They travel in pair. B and Z travel together, where B is the male executive, which means Z has to be the female, and she is a psychologist. And they are traveling on Enfield bike. So here I have put it Enfield, B and Z, where I have marked underscore under Z, which means she is a female, and I have put psychologist and executive for them respectively. Now also I know that this third spot will not be taken by anybody, since only 2 of them are traveling on Enfield. So this part is complete for now. Now we will proceed with other clues. D is a male designer. Okay. Still I can't use this now. There is no other information about the vehicle. Two persons belonging to the same profession do not travel on the same bike. Okay, so this is a very indirect clue, but is going to be very helpful at a later stage when we have to analyze this and complete the table. Last clue, A is not an executive and travels on a Honda. Okay, so I can put A on a Honda here. I have put A, and that she is not an executive. How do I know that she is a female? Because from the first clue I know that pair of sisters A and M travel together and not with C. So here I have put A and M together and underscores for both of them since they are females. But I also know from clue 1 that C can't come to this place. Also there is no place for C here. So C has to travel in a TVS. What else do I know? I know that C is a designer. C is a lady designer, and the other designer we have is a male designer, D. So two designers, because they are belonging to the same profession, can't travel on the same bike. So I get to know that D is the person who travels here. Also it was necessary for a male to travel on Honda because there are already two females here. So I got to know that D is the male designer who travels on Honda along with A and M, and C comes here where C is also a designer. So here I put C and here I put D, and the only person that remains is L. So L takes the place with C on TVS, and this is done. There will no one else be here. 7 persons are already filled. Now I get to know that there is now I have to just use the option that no two people with same profession can travel on the same bike. So I know that there has to be 2 executives, 3 psychologists and 2 designers, of which 2 designers were already there, and this person has to be a psychologist because there are 3 psychologists. So there should be at least 1 psychologist on each bike. So here L has to be the psychologist. Here A can't be the executive and designers are already gone. So A has to be the psychologist, and here Z is already a psychologist. Now A couldn't have been the executive and B is the executive, so the other executive will be M. Hence, I have the complete table by analysis. Now we will move on to solve the questions. Let us see. Question number 1. What is M's profession? M's profession is executive. Option A. On which bike does C travel? C travel in a TVS. Option C. Question number 3. Which of the following represent the 3 psychologists? It's Z, A and L. So it's ZLA, option B. We are done with all the questions, and here is the answer key for your reference. If you like and understand my approach, please rate, review and share the video. I hope you were able to solve the question on your own before seeing the solution. Thank you very much. All the very best for your endeavor.